Hi and welcome back to the Travel in Asia Vlogs edition, and we're back in the Philippines, more specifically in Batangas this time. And in this video, you will see lots of adventures. The first one consists in getting some ready-to-eat Italian food in this country, and my brother and I found this carbonara pack that he wanted to try. Sei molto coraggioso. He had to recover from that, so I made him watch the hand tricks, which he actually liked a lot. On to the next small adventure. We went out to get some delicious food this time, and it was churros with some yogurt and chocolate on top of it. Very tasty and colorful. On that note, Asia for me means that shopping with some eye-catching, colorful things. And that is why we got a year's supplies of Lux Organic lotions at Watson's, because I really like those. But I'm not trying to promote them, absolutely. I just like the packaging. On a second note, Asia for me also means beauty treatments that are way cheaper and the same service as any other country. But do be careful to not trust just any professional, because they might just call themselves that and have a studio, all the accessories and necessities to trim and dye your hair, and then get a couple of snacks while you're waiting for the outcome, and then after a couple of hours end up with your hair green. Well, I'm just kidding. I didn't cry because my cousin was there telling me do not cry, and after a couple of weeks the color that I wanted popped out, so I really liked the outcome. I wanted some highlights of a blondish but not too much effect, but as long as I'm not bald and I can fix my hair, I'm fine. The next day we went to a 3 to 4 hours road trip from Batangas to Bataan with some stops at drive-ins like 7-Eleven and Mang Inasal. This seems to be fun. I still have other coats in the other wardrobe. Does it looks like it's getting any better? I don't think so. But trust the process. New day and new stuff. More clothes. Yes, as usual, once we got home, I was trying to fix my luggages with all the souvenirs from Japan and the Philippines as well, and it took me a while. Along the way, while fixing my suitcases, I did have some snacks break. Got this ice cream that has a rose shape, and then this cocoa juice. Also said hi to my dead relatives, because that's what you do when you go back to your home country. To spend some quality time with those who are still alive, and then give some flowers to those who have been gone a long time ago. Little bit of a drama moment, because why not? Death also reminds me that we still have lots of things to do before getting there. Like, for example, building a home, quite literally, but other than that, we still have lots of places to visit, like this one that looks like Tagaytay. But instead of the sea and monkeys, you can see trees. Fun fact, did you know that the Philippines is also known because of its rainy season and flooded cities like this one? And that's exactly where our biggest adventure of this vlog begins, because sometimes the outcomes can be disastrous, but in this case they're used to it right now. That is why we came prepared with some jackets and umbrellas and seats as well, because we are going for a trip around the boat. And I'm laughing because I looked like this during the whole trip, but it was fun and enjoyable, an experience that I would love to not repeat again, but it was safe. That was a really awful joke for someone who looks like a sperm, but anyways, we were going to this market who sells lots of seafoods. I do not remember the name of the place, I just know that it looked like this. The only reason why I came here was for the shrimps, because I love them, I could eat them every day, and they're huge as fuck here, but as I said before, I would rather not do this again, and that is why we came back to our usual place, and this was one of my schools. I actually only attended here for a year, not even and a half, because it was a traumatic experience that I do not recommend to anyone, but other people like it. And let me tell you, I am not a big fan of junk food like McDonald's in this case, or bubble tea and Jollibee. They are good, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather choose healthier option. But I'm so glad to be back here strolling around the supermarkets, even though the experience of the flooded stuff was around about 2 hours, not even, but yeah, we're back. And guess what, I am getting more junk food as for chocolates and candies, but that's fine, we're on a vacation. The next day we went to this place called Vista Mall. That was cute. So, we came to this place because me and my brother convinced our parents to take us here because we wanted to watch the Demon Slayer film, right? And I remember this place because 8 years ago I used to come here for the cinema and the VIP seats that this time was closed because of the renovation. So, I was sad about it, but we chose to play some video games instead at the time zone thingy that I mentioned in the previous video. And you know what? Sometimes people are surprised knowing that I do love to kill zombies because I grew up with Call of Duty. But yeah, it was so much fun, and of course I won. Poor little brother. Well, anyways, this time zone is smaller than the other one compared to the Manila one, and there are many of them and have many different games but also similar. Of course, they all have the basics like this game, and you're in the Philippines, so basket as well, claw machines and small rooms for karaoke, that was so Italian. And of course, rewards that I'm not planning on ever getting because that would take too much of my time and points as well. And the best part is, as I told you before, are the cards, so you don't have to take the coins with you, but remember to swipe it on the right side. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but eventually it will. Another fun fact is that Filipinos are well known for their gambling addiction, and they all start from this. No. Well, at least we got to practice our non-existent basket skills, which us Filipinos are very well known of, basket and boxing. Because of Manny Pacquiao, but also because there are more courts than bathrooms, and I kid you not. Well, let's not focus on that, shall we? Let's go back to the gambling addiction. Have you ever won something out of those claw machines? Let me know in the comments, because I don't think I'm the only loser who never won anything. I might have won something when I was little, but I cannot remember. And I like to consider myself as an open-minded person, right? But there is no in-between in these cases, because it's either you suck like me, or you won everything you want in these games. And I guess my brother is one of them, because he tried this one with the tickets and won a couple of them. Maybe it depends also the type of the rewards, but how would I know? I'm just a sucker. But I'm totally fine with that because I have other qualities like beer pong, which in this case my brother sucked at, but in his defense, he is underage and never got drunk yet. As an Italian would say, li mortacci. But anyways, my brother wanted to get me the pink peluche and I really appreciate it, but I was already skeptic about it because it takes a lot of points, as I said before, but at least he got the chance to enjoy it. Even though they only had this virtual bowling thingy and not the real one, but still something. And that is better than nothing, please guys, do remember that. But we didn't forget our main goal, so after the games we went to another mall, SM, and looked for the film. There were so many decorations and that got me excited, but everything was sold out, every hour, every seat, and every room, so I decided to handle it with lots of food and shopping instead. So we started off with some tacos or empanadas, then popcorns and gongcha matcha bubble tea, and then some waffles with mozzarella in it, and it was similar to the Japan one. We didn't get what we wanted and what we came for, and that got us a bit disappointed, but at least our mouth and tummies were full, unlike our parents' pockets. And I told you we went out to do some shopping, because behind us we had a Minza shop that was full of things. And we do have a Minza also in Brescia and Milan, but I feel like here it's much better. The prices are similar, but in Italy we are limited because we only have Harry Potter, Barbie, Hello Kitty, and We Bear Bear. Here they also have animes, Powerpuff Girls, and stuff like that. And so yes, we spent more than a couple of hours here and other shops as for toys and books as well, and best believe our driver wasn't happy about it. My brother wanted to get me this cup, but as much as I love the Tot and Barbie, I'm never gonna use that. He also wanted to get some toys as well, but ended up choosing not to. That boy is wise. At last, I bought a couple of books that were much cheaper here compared to Italian prices that were already covered with plastics. After that, we went back in our city. Have I ever mentioned how much I liked riding at the back of our pickup? It is dangerous and also illegal in other countries, but lots of fun. Yay, another road trip! I am convinced that this video should have been called the back and forward because we started off in Batangas, right? And then we went to Bataan for a few days, and then now we're back to Batangas once again because my grandma misses us and we went to get her back. But first, a little snack break at Chowking because we love Chinese food, and again, it takes 3 to 4 hours to get there. Not complaining because I wasn't the one driving, and also because after that we went shopping again and self-care with some new pairs of lashes. And those last more than some relationships out there. Oops. Well, for now, that would be all from my side. I hope you liked this video as much as I did. Let me know in the comments, and I can't wait for you to see the next one. Bye bye!